I'm Sergeant Jamie Forehand from Henley Detachment, Oxfordshire Army Cadet Force. The Battle of Cassel is important to the Henley Army Cadets, not just because many men from Henley fought in the battle, but because we are affiliated to the Rifles, which is the successor of the Oxfordshire and Buckinghamshire Light Infantry. Many of the men who fought in the battle paraded at the Drill Hall on Friday Street, which is where Henley Detachment still parade to this day. On the 25th of May, the 48th South Midland Division were ordered to defend a front including the towns of Hazebrouck and Cassel, detailed to hold the hilltop town of Cassel some 12 miles from Dunkirk. The 2nd Battalion of Gloucestershire Regiment and the 4th Battalion of Oxfordshire and Buckinghamshire Light Infantry quickly put the town into a state of defence. They were supported by a hastily assembled force of artillery, anti-tank and cavalry units. They knew that approaching them from the southwest, the tanks and motorised infantry of 3 German divisions. They were also under continuous air attack from the Luftwaffe and had already caused serious damage to the town. Cassel is a walled medieval town on the side of a steep hill. An attacker can only gain entry at either end of the town. The Gloucesters held the western side of the town, while the 4th Battalion of the Ox and Bucks Light Infantry held the eastern end, with D Company posted at the foot of the hill on the most likely enemy approach. On the morning of the 27th of May, the forward elements of a Panzer division ran into D Company, who had blocked the roads at a level crossing with a steam engine. The battle had begun. The 2 enemy battle groups of tanks and infantry tried all day to break into town, but without any success. There was fierce fighting as the battle group, led by Oberst Kohl, gained a toehold at the eastern entrance, but then evicted by a counter-attack by the Oxfordshire and Buckinghamshire Light Infantry, led by Sergeant Major Bailey, a veteran of the Great War. The regimental padre, David Wild, who had stayed with the battalion in defiance of orders, set up an emergency first aid post to rescue the wounded amid the flying bullets. Having failed to take the town, the Panzer tanks withdrew and began to encircle the town. The next day, German infantry tried once more to break the defences but were repulsed. The town was shelled all day. From the citadel at the top of Cassel was possible to see the port of Dunkirk and the enemy swarming all over the countryside. On the 29th of May, orders reached Cassel that the troops had to break out that night. As dusk fell, they moved out, leaving the wounded in care of volunteers. But as dawn lifted, the troops found out that they were surrounded. Most of the garrison was captured and spent 4.5 years in POW camps across Europe. Captain Michael Fleming from the 4th Ox and Bucks, who had raised a whole platoon for the battalion from the workers on the Fleming's Nettlewed estate and the local Henley district, was wounded and captured. Captain Fleming died 5 months later from his wound and was buried in France. Sadly, only 6 of the Ox and Bucks defenders of Cassel got back through to Dunkirk. Even though they were captured at Cassel, the Gloucesters and Ox and Bucks prevented the Panzer tanks from cutting the withdrawal routes to Dunkirk and allowing a British expeditionary force to survive and fight another day. Thank you for watching.